All right, you guys, so I just want to take a quick second to tell you to make sure that you have some cash on the side. The banks are warning you the delinquencies are off the charts, which you guys like charts, so I will show you that they are off the charts. Also, the housing, so we got the banking, no good. The housing market, and it just depends on where you're at when it comes to crashes. Like, take a look at Nick. Like, Nick filmed that, what, Austin down, Austin price cut, 235,000, 68% drop. Depends on where you're at. I mean, in Austin, we feel it. Hawaii, probably different, and no, I am not on vacation, but the delinquencies, the cash, the issues, JP Morgan, and these are reports that just came out. Bank of America, but we need to dive into the computer so you can physically see them. So here we go, lead story. Yes, I'm on the ground. That's a bed behind me. And no, I'm not drunk. That was what you guys said yesterday. I'm like, no, it's just audio. You want to be closer to the ground. Sorry, it's for you guys, not for me. Bank of America, and JP Morgan Chase, all the same, report rising delinquencies. So it has begun. Let the defaults begin. The excitement, the two largest banks in the U.S. have reported delinquency rates on, guess what? Their credit cards. And I want you guys just to get the big picture here. The correlation of all of this. New York Fed, and as if they care. They actually want you to lose your job. That's kind of cooked into the books, just FYI. NY Fed, household debt sees largest increase in 20 years. What are we going to do to fix that? Yeah, that would be nothing. Actually, they're going to make this a whole lot worse. But here we go. We have consumer debt hits record $17 trillion. And now the delinquencies, because that is what happens after your savings is drained. And now everything's great because look at all of the consumer spending, right? Well, the spending is on credit cards to survive. So right now we hit the iceberg. Would you guys say that the Titanic has split in half, or we still solid with one piece of Titanic? Consumer debt across all categories. Again, make sure you guys have some cash on hand. Totaled 16.9 trillion, up about 1.3 trillion from a year ago. Well, it's just going to keep getting better as balances rose across major categories. Now, also what you need to understand is they actually look at this as like a good thing. They're like, oh, wow, look at all the spending. No, they're not able to survive, so they're putting it on their credit card. Mortgages, which I just showed you from Nick's. See, we're rolling. And again, if you live in an area that, you know, you're currently not rolling, well, okay, congratulations, because it just depends on where you're at. Mortgages, auto loans, credit card, delinquencies. So now you have mortgages delinquent, you have auto loans delinquent, all increased, and then it goes on. But we're still at low levels. Well, until we're not, just give it some time. The rise in balances came amid an aggressive Fed rate hiking campaign. Did I say that? The rise in balances came amid an aggressive rate hiking campaign by the Fed. Like, I guess my ADHD jumped the gun on that one, and they're not going to stop. And did you happen to see the yield on the 2-year? It's been going up, and Jerome is going to have to catch up to that. And here's a before and after shot. Here we go. Right when everyone was shopping, everything's great. Americans have spent down about 35% of the extra savings they accumulated during the word I still cannot use. As of mid-January, once flushed savings account are starting to run dry. Oh, you haven't tried? We're not there yet. You just wait till we get there. And also, you know what's crazy? This system is, I mean, they're creating this. So for those of you that are like, oh, there's hope. Here, I'll put my face over yours. California city's rattled by prostitution, human trafficking in broad daylight. So I'm telling you guys, the people that are in charge are trying to destroy this, starting from the top all the way down. Look at the Fed. He's like, well, first we have to go ahead and wipe out everyone's jobs, and then let's go ahead and put prostitution back on the street. Like, this is insanity. But coming in from our next story, Fortune, which everyone has lost a lot of that. Even the rich, everyone, just getting wiped out. Back to broke. Yay! Americans are racking up debt and burning through their savings. No! I have a solution. Give people stimulus checks. It'll solve everything. The economists warn it could spark a recession. Yeah, I doubt it. What are you talking about? 2 negative prints, GDP, like, well, we're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. I don't know. Maybe twist that thing on her back a little bit more. Hey, it is the dollar that is on her back. We should take a look at that. Before I do, let's just take a look at this little guy right here. Oh my gosh, it is TLT. Here's your bond market. The dollar. This is what's causing all the problems in the world. The dang dollar. What are we doing? Ascending triangle, bullish. It's like right there. I can't move my little head right. Boop, boop, boop. You see that little trend line? You broke my blue one. You broke the red one. Also, this is in my bear market course. If you want to learn how to draw these things, you are just holding on TLT, the bond market, by a thread. So let's see finally. Like, come on. Go higher or lower. This chart is telling you 80% chance you going lower. But we wanted to look at the dollar. I was going to show you this one. This is what's causing all the problems. I could actually draw a trend line. Oh, there it is. Bink. That's that blue one. Here, I'll put my head right over it. See that? You got to stay above that blue line, which it did. It bounced right off my head. Now, see how we're like, woo, we're coming up. You want to keep going up. So a strong dollar is not good for your stock market. Also, if you want to learn how to swing trade, grab a link in the description for what? I don't even know the month. Is it February? Are we March? February. Valentine's Day, 70% off. Learn how to swing trade. That would actually been a good one right there. Boop, right off of that. 70% off, and then my bear market. And but this is what's causing the problem. Is the darn dollar, the way it's set up, the way it's a debt-based system. It wipes out everything and everybody. And you guys know my long-term play on this. I think this is the juggernaut that takes over everything because of the system that we are currently in, which it's not a good system, but I did not start this. I did not start the fire. It is a debt-based system. It is ugly. It is evil. It takes everyone down with it. It separates from the rich to the poor, but it's everyone. And so I'm trying to help you to get up into that 1%. So if you learn how to start businesses and you trade equities, I don't care if you're selling dehydrated fruit. You need to do side hustles. You need to do something because getting the job is not going to work. Then you need 2 jobs and 3 jobs, and the kids need to work and the wife needs work. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for trusting me every single day. Thank you for allowing me to put out videos that you watch. And I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm back in the studio. So we are good. Love you guys.